Alright, this time I'm going to be telling you about my ultimate guide to raising your testosterone. It's actually very simple. So, we'll start off with diet. Up to 100 milligrams of zinc a day. 50 is enough. It's really hard to get more than that. It'll make you feel sick perhaps, but it's actually extremely non-toxic. You don't have to be worried about the zinc. Of course, zinc is absolutely essential in the production of testosterone, but it's also very important for creating dopamine in your brain. So it's also an amazing mood booster. So let's call it 50 to 100 milligrams of zinc, 50 being enough. Next, you need at least 10,000 IU of vitamin D3. You can go, I know, up to 20 with no problem because I did it for over a year and it was great. I do 10,000 now, but vitamin D is actually a steroid in a good way. It's responsible for activating thousands of genes across your body. It's antidepressive, incredibly important in maintaining bone health, maintaining neurological health. It's absolutely one of the most important supplements, period. So, get your 10,000 IU daily of vitamin D3. Next, 500 to 750 milligrams of magnesium, preferably in orotate form, because citrate is fine and it's very cheap, but it can give you the shits, and that's just the truth. So, if you can space it out enough, there are 250 milligrams in each pill of the citrate. So if you were to take one pill per meal, that would be fine. But to take it all at once, you definitely have to do orotate. So the next important thing is no sugar. Sugar directly lowers your testosterone. So you really want to cut out as much sugar as you can. You want to cut out simple carbs because your health, but also those simple carbs turn to sugar once they reach your bloodstream. So you want to have low glycemic carbs, like I always say, sweet potatoes, bananas. The next thing is that when it comes to saturated fat and cholesterol, you can eat as much butter and as many eggs as you want. And this is a big one. Testosterone is made from saturated fat and cholesterol. You don't need to be afraid of these things. That being said, I would avoid cheese and milk because there's a casein protein in them. And this casein protein destroys the mucin layer of your gut, which is a huge deal for your health. I'm not going to go through it all here, but in short, it leads to heart disease. B vitamins help as well. Just don't cheap out on the crappy ones. You really do need to actually buy the highest quality multivitamins you can get. Okay, and now we get to the exercise part. You lift weights as often as possible. You do high intensity cardiovascular exercise as much as possible. Raises your T, raises your HGH, incredibly good for your energy. And that's it for the post, but I'll go on to say some other things that I've since writing this learned about raising testosterone. You don't want to eat canned food because of the BPA. You don't want to take many medications because you're just going to have to look into yourself because it's just too long a list that'll lower your testosterone. Most laundry detergent is incredibly estrogenic, toxic, bad if you are a man or a woman. All this fake estrogen in the perfumes, in the, these in deodorants, in laundry detergents, it's not just bad for men, it's bad for women too, in terms of breast cancer and uterine cancer and these other things. So you really want to get a good laundry detergent. I'm trying to remember what I use. I can't. But look into it. It's actually worth it. In terms of deodorant, you don't want to use the normal toxic crap. Definitely don't use that Old Spice bullshit. It's like, don't put that on your body. There's so much, so it's really chemicals. There's a lot of chemicals in the environment that you need to be worried about. I know people talk about the soy, and the soy is definitely, something, but I wouldn't call soy as bad as you really think it is, especially if it's like soy sauce. Soy protein, I'd imagine, is probably what's causing what people, talk about the soy and the lowering the testosterone. But all this other stuff's just as bad as the soy, and if you're not working out, that's just as bad. So you say, oh, soy boy, whatever. And I definitely would not be drinking Soylent or eating soy or eating edamame or going out of my way I would avoid soy. To be clear, I would avoid soy. But there are many things to be more not afraid of, but to avoid more in terms of chemicals, deodorant, all these things. Hand soaps, those like gross fragrances, that shit. I mean, why do you think these cancers are exploding? The prostate cancer, the breast cancer. I'm ranting now. Anyway, I think I've said enough. There'll be even more on this in GUTO, which is the Grand Unified Theory of Winning, which I'm putting out quite soon. And I will have even more information on raising your testosterone there. But this is a nice, simple resource for you. And so I hope you learn how to raise your testosterone, because really I just told you the 80% of the 80-20 in terms of like the 20% of information that gives you 80% of the results. So there you go.